dual entrance king bed, and a TV on a lift directly across from your trifold sofa. Folks, this is the 2021 Heartland Mallard M25. So one of the things that jumps out at me right away that I really like about this floor plan is this right here, and that's your entertainment center. They put this on a lift, which I enjoy, because sometimes you don't want the TV to be the center of what's going on. You have friends and family that are coming to visit, and you just want to spend time with each other, not spend time staring at the TV, and that's great because you can just put this thing right away, just like this, nice and easy, just goes right down. Then you have a beautiful window looking out to your campsite. So that way, if you want to be able to see what everyone's doing, this is the way to do it. And I like that it's out to your campsite, having that window there so I'm able to see that. And then if I want the TV, again, I just pop that right up. I have great seating, which we'll see in just a moment, directly across from it. So I still have a great view. If it's just, you and your significant other, just you by yourself, or again, if everyone does want to watch TV, you have the capability to do so. Right over to the side, I'll open this up. You will see excellent storage there. So, if you want to use this for pantry, it makes great pantry storage, or, whatever else you need. Maybe you need some extra clothing storage. You want to stick it out here, you can certainly do that too. Of course, a drawer there, full extension ball bearing drawer. You have storage all down here. Open that up. So not a ton, but you get a little bit there. You will also see your multimedia center. That is a DVD player, and that's already hooked up to the TV. So if you want to throw a movie in, good to go there. And then some additional storage over here on the side. Now, when we take a look at the back, you will notice the fridge freezer. And this one has a doodle station on it. So what essentially that is that means this is a chalkboard. So you can get chalk, put some chalk on there, wipe it up. It's fun for any kiddos. So if you have kids, grandkids that are coming to visit, they can use it. Or if you're really artistic, you can do some really cool stuff on here and just kind of customize it and make it yours. Opening it up, we will see plenty of storage there. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Coming back into the kitchen space, so you will notice the cooktop here, and part of it is missing. Had to have a little bit of work done there, so we took that out. But you will see that this one has the 3-burner cooktop. The front one here is high output, just so you know, and if you ever were curious as to what it looked like underneath, there you have it. Also, the knobs do light up, and there's an oven underneath in case you need to do a little bit of baking. We'll drop this guy down. You'll see pretty good storage underneath there, so some pots and pans, and you have enough space for a small trash can. Of course, you have access panels there if you need to get back to the water heater. A big bank of drawers on this side. Full extension ball bearing drawers there. The bottom two are deeper than the top one, so if you have some larger items, you have space for those. Countertop, you get good prep space right here. I like this too. The fact that they move this out and around, and because this is where I'll be doing the majority of my prep. Now, this one does have a glass cover. Again, I know you can't see it right now, but it is recessed with a glass cover. So you will have that as prep space, but also right here, you can see that you have sink top covers, and these are cutting board quality. So you can take this out, you use them as cutting boards. I always recommend using the bottom so that your top stays looking nice. But when I take that off, you will see the 60-40 split sink, also a high-rise pull-out faucet. So that way it is a lot easier to wash and rinse your dishes. Decorative backsplash going across the back. Of course, LED light in here. Hood, microwave, and storage all the way across the top. Making our way a little bit further, you get to this super slide. And so this was the seating I was talking about. So you sit right here, trifold, nice and comfortable, and directly across the way, that is where my entertainment center is. And so if I want to watch TV, I can do that. The other thing I like about this is if you do have friends and family coming, you have additional guests, this does fold out into a bed. And a trifold is a fairly comfortable sleeping space for an RV because you don't have a bar in your back like the traditional pull-out, and it's not an air mattress that's going to deflate on you in the middle of the night. So comfortable seating and great sleeping option. You will also notice the valances are lit. You can see behind the valances. So that's great. Add some extra lighting in that slide out, which I enjoy. And then right here, they did a good job here as well. I do like this light fixture. It provides a lot of light right above the table. And that's a big one for me because I personally, when I camp, I like to play games or sometimes put puzzles together. And I want a lot of light to be able to do that. So I do enjoy having a nice light there. And as I mentioned, with all the windows all the way around, you have windows on the sides of the slide, big windows here, it lets a ton of natural light in during the day. If we drop down underneath, you will see storage, nice easy access. Just open that up just like so. So you can access the items down there. And also there is an electrical outlet in the dinette. So if you need to plug in like a laptop, tablet, you can do that. Coming into the bathroom here. All right, so I'll take a seat here. As far as the toilet location, I have plenty of space. Great room for my legs. I'm good on the shoulders. You know, I do touch a little bit on the left, but nothing that's going to, make it uncomfortable to be here. The bowl itself is plastic. I do kind of wish the manufacturer would have put in a porcelain bowl. That's probably something that I personally would swap out, but that, again, that's up to you. What I always tell people, if a plastic bowl, let it ride for a few years. If it gets to a point where, it starts to get hard to clean, then at that point you can switch it out. But for now, just, like I say, let her ride for a few years. You will also see the sink top. You do have some good space here, and I like that. I like my vanity having space to be able to put down my toothbrush or, my electric razor, hair dryer. And this gives you the ability to do that as well as plug things in and charge them. I know a lot of us, myself included, have an electric toothbrush. I need to charge that thing. It seems like it dies every 3 or 4 days. And so right there, you can just plug it in, let it charge. A little bit of storage there, whether it's for reading material, toilet paper, black tank chemical, whatever you need. Not really anything here. There is a panel, an access panel. So if you need to get back into the plumbing, you have the capability to do that. Mirrored medicine cabinet up top, and then a vent fan. Also, you'll see they put 2 LED lights in here, which I like because it is nice and bright, which a lot of times you don't get. Sam, if you want to step in here, this one's a little tricky to shoot. There we go. So neo-angle shower. This one is in the roller track, so I can shut it just like so. And then, when I'm done, I open it up. All the water goes right down into the shower pan. Now, what you'll notice is I'm 6 foot tall, and I have plenty of space here. I can probably be 6'3" and not have to duck down in this shower. Also, I can turn around here, and I do hit a little bit on the one side, but it's not bad. Realistically, I'll be showering like this using the hand wand. Works pretty good, pretty sufficient. Then over to this side is the linen closet, so that way you know exactly where you have a spot to put all your towels, everything else. And in the bottom, if you want, there is enough room for a trash can down there. So if you want a trash can in your bathroom, you have the capability to do that. Making our way out of the bathroom here, we move up into the bedroom. And this is something else I really love about the M25. It's a king size bed, folks. So if you're sick of elbowing each other in the middle of the night, you want a little more space, you want to be able to go to sleep and snuggle if you want, but when it's bedtime, get to your own side of the bed. This gives you the ability to do that. You'll have nightstands on both sides, plug-ins. If you need to, you have USB ports as well as standard electrical outlets. So if you need to plug in like a CPAP machine or a phone, you have the ability to do both there. Wardrobes on the side, storage across the top. You'll also see right here, you have an outlet. That's a good spot for to charge your cell phone. It might be a little tough if someone calls in the middle of the night to get up there and get it, but it is up and out of the way. You also see an accent light there, slider door, so it's a big door, can slide that shut for privacy. TV hookup, and as we mentioned, if you want a TV in the bedroom, you have the ability to do that. And then this is that secondary entrance, and this is great because that way you can enter the bedroom and exit without having to disturb any guests in the living area. With the slide closed up on the M25, you can see, unfortunately, it does block access to the bathroom. So if that is a key factor for you, being able to get into the bathroom without opening a slide, this may not be a great floor plan for you. However, you do have access to the bedroom via the door up front, and as you can see, you clearly have access to the fridge and the freezer. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2021 Heartland Mallard M25. Right up front is a powered tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. So all I have to do is flip the rocker switch here to retract and extend the tongue. You'll also see you have a light for added visibility when you're hooking up or disconnecting at night. And in the rare event that the motor does fail, there is a manual override, so you're not stuck out at your campsite. Right behind that are 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. You will see rails there for your battery, and you'll also see a battery disconnect. So that way, when you're done camping, you can just flip that switch and it will kill all power to the RV so you don't have that small drain. Also on the very far end, if you'll notice built into the frame, that is solar prep. So if you want solar on this RV, it's already pre-wired. Simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and that will trickle charge your battery. Diamond plating on the front, helping to protect that front end from some of the rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle, and a gorgeous painted 3/4 front cap right up top. Not only does this add a lot of aesthetics and some dimension to the front, especially if that LED lights inlaid, looks really sharp, but also it does add some insulation value where the cap comes out, because you will have that air barrier. When we're talking about your bedroom being up front, the more insulation you can have up there, the more comfortable you can be at night. That is definitely something you want. Coming around to this side, take a look at the size of the door, folks. This is what they have coined King Kong size storage, and for good reason. This is a massive opening, which when you're talking about items you want to bring with you camping, maybe you have some cornhole boards, right? You have enough space to actually slide those in there. Maybe you have a big grill, a huge executive chair. This gives you the ability to fit in a lot of those larger items. Of course, it is also lit. It is completely finished off, so you're not having anything snag, and it looks clean. And you will see your controls are in here for your power stabilizer jack. So one control will operate the front two, the other control will operate the rear two. The baggage door itself, you can see here, has a covered hinge, that way you don't have a bunch of rust coming down your door. It is a slam latch, and it's the slam latches I like. It's nice and heavy duty metal components. The door has some weight to it, and it's also a magnetic catch. So that way, if you have any kids or maybe yourself, you forget, you go to shut it, there's not like a little plastic clip or anything that's gonna bust off on you. Then this was the secondary entrance we saw. This one goes into the bedroom. You have your standard fold out 3 steps with the grab handle right here. And then the power awning. You can take a look at the size of this awning, folks. It is huge. LED light strip on there too, so that way it lights it up at night. And one of my favorite things about this floor plan, this specific layout, is if you take a look at this awning, there are not any vents right here underneath this space. And so what that means is from step to step, all of this is great usable camp space. There's no slide, there's no vents. You can hang out right here and set up an awesome, awesome campsite. You will also notice your electrical outlet right there in case you need to plug anything in. Right down below, you have the wide track suspension, which is a spread axle system. So this unit is going to tow a lot better than some of the other models out there, because of that spread axle means that you will get less sway when you're towing this behind your vehicle. Couple speakers right up top. If you want to listen to some music, by all means, you can rock out. That is Bluetooth capable. It's controlled by that multimedia center that we saw inside there. Your primary entrance gets the upgraded steps, the MORryde step above steps. These are fantastic. Aluminum treads with the grip tape. The aluminum, of course, doesn't rust. That grip tape will help give you some traction if it's a little wet. Adjustable feet, grab handle right here. Now it's something very minor. I would have liked to have seen them put on a larger foldable grab handle. That may be something, that you can have added on, so that way it just gives you, with the foldable grab handle, it gives you a little more control, because, if you have bad knees and you're going up the steps, it's a pretty big reach for some people to, help guide you up the stairs. But I do love the solid steps themselves. They are, again, just very solid. You don't get that springboard effect when you're walking up and down them. Another thing that I really like about Mallard when it comes to construction, one, they have full 2-inch thick sidewall construction, where a lot of manufacturers, they will claim to be laminated, and they are, but it's only like 1.5 inch thick wall. So you're getting a full 2-inch thick wall, plus they use Azdel composite in their walls rather than Luan, which, if you're not familiar with Azdel, it's lighter weight, which anytime you can shave weight off an RV is definitely a good thing for towing. It also won't absorb moisture. So, if you get any water or anything in the wall, if you've seen some of those old laminated trailers and they start to have like all the bubbles and stuff in it, that's delamination from water getting in there. With Azdel, it won't absorb that moisture, so it almost completely eliminates delamination. And it's a green material, so you don't get the off-gassing that a lot of times you will get with that Luan, where you walk inside your RV on a hot day and it's just stifling sometimes from the smells that come inside. You won't have that issue here with the Mallard. On the back, this one has your rear outside shower with both hot and cold water access. So this is cool because it's a lot more convenient to be on the back than it is on the off-camp side most times, because you generally have pretty good access to the back of your camper at a campsite. And of course, hot water access right outside is always a bonus. City water inlet's located on the back, as is the black tank flush, which is another great feature. That way you no longer have to stick a hose down your toilet to wash out your black tank. You just hook it up right there. You see the square tubular bumper with end cap, so if you want to throw your sewer hose in there, you can. And it has a mount for a spare tire, so you can put your spare wheel ride right there. That way, it's very easy to access. You don't have to get underneath the camper or anything like that. Right up top, you will see backup camera prep. If you want a backup camera, having the prep there does make it a lot easier to install. Then coming around to the off-camp side, cable inlet will be located there. 30 amp detachable power cord is located right there. And then if we make our way all the way up to the front here, last thing I want to show you is your fresh water fill will be there. So if you're going somewhere without city water, make sure you fill the fresh water tank, and that'll be the place to do it. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2021 Heartland Mallard M25. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Also in the comment section, let me know what you think they nailed, what they failed, or if you were designing this RV, what you would change. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.